Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM, WEEB. Little long-haired hippie type music for you. Start your day. This is Mornings with the Leader Man, the number one show in all of the Sand Hills. Along with me, of course, is the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Hey, good morning, Moore County. Good morning, unfortunate Aberdeen, as the failing pilot refers to you. Hey, it's Tuesday. Got to get up, get at 'em, get out, take a walk, play some golf. Go do something, physical activity, and keep in mind here that our healthcare workers are out there trying to track this all down and figure it out. And they were successful in Chicago. They figured out exactly when the coronavirus arrived. It was 1 March at 1:40 p.m. And at 1:41 p.m., the coronavirus was shot.
All right. Don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on our live video stream. That's available right now at our website at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where the link's located. If you're on your mobile device, you need to fire up YouTube and put Mornings with the Leader Man into the search to watch the video. Now, if you just need audio, you need to fire up a streaming app on your mobile device, such as TuneIn, iTunes, or Streamer. You may already have one in your icons there. Fire it up, put WEEB in the search, and as always, is available to you from our website at talk973.com. Don't stop now. Come on. All right, we'll listen to the music stuff. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, on our website, you can get in the upper right-hand corner of every one of our web pages at talk973.com. where the icon says Home Air, Listen Live. Click it once and you're listening that quick. It's going to be partly cloudy today, a little on the warm side, 77 for a high. That'll be the warmest day of the week. Tonight, clear, low of 46. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 69. We got a cold front comes through Wednesday night into Thursday. So Wednesday night, 30% chance of scattered showers, a low of 52. 90% chance of rain and clouds on Thursday. Cooler temperature, 67 for a high. Still going to be raining Thursday night, a low of 62. Friday, the rain moves out. It will yield to partly cloudy skies and a high of 76. Saturday, we're not real sure on this, but right now they're calling for 40% chance of showers, 77. Sunday, 50-50 shot of showers, and 71. Right now around the Sand Hills, winds are southwest at 10. Visibility 10 statute miles. Pressure 2981. Dew point 47. Another one we need to bottle and save for August. Humidity 86%. It's sunny and 51 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right, it is 7:35, 35 past the hour on this Tuesday morning. And yesterday, listening to the news, they did a story, and I haven't got the print version of it. That's just disgusting. You know, when they put out a government program that was intended to help the small businessman, and the big giants come in and gobble it all up. I'm going to give you some examples here in a second.
Yeah, it happened just the way you said it did.
Yep.
According to the story.
They gobbled up larger food services operations, landed $10 million loans, that's in the plural, from the PPP program. That's the Payroll Protection Act. These included Potbelly Sandwich Shop, Shake Shack, which has upwards of $100 million in cash on hand already, but they got another $10 million from you,
yep,
as well as Fiesta Restaurant Group, the owner of Taco Cabana, Kura Sushi, the largest revolving sushi chain in the U.S., disclosed a nearly $6 million loan. Ruth's Chris Steakhouses and J. Alexander restaurant chains each received a $20 million loan and $15.1 million respectively. So Ruth's Chris gets $20 million.
Right.
While John Doe Tire Repair Shop gets zip.
Yep. So there is some, there are some complaints that are valid from the old Democrat side, the old Nancy Pelosi. But, of course, instead of sitting there and addressing it and trying to get it done right, she goes home to eat ice cream or whatever.
Yeah.
For a week or two. Or what? We're working on week 2.
Non-restaurant companies also landed large loans, including coal miner Hallador Energy, which announced a $10 million PPP loan alongside other liquidity maneuvers, such as suspending dividends and amending its credit agreement to free up $50 million more. Right. And windmill maker Broadwind Energy, which said its subsidiaries received $9.5 million in PPP loans. Yeah. So this is what happened. The big banks, your Chase and all the others up there, are catering to their big clients who borrow big money, right, and giving them, hey, you want a free $10 million grant? Let us help you, because we'll push your loan through, while John Doe Tire Repair over here just gets to suck pine, on the hog.
Well, and it's not just that. It's old Harvard up there in Cambridge, Massachusetts. They got $10 million for
Harvard.
And they have a $40 billion trust. No one going to Harvard should have to pay a dime to go to Harvard because they have so much money. But,
they are cash machines.
We turned out a couple of more bucks for them out of your pockets, out of our pockets, for no good reason.
Well, here's the thing that really should steam your little chops. They're getting the $10 and $20 million loans. You, Mr. John Doe Tire Shop, get zipped, but guess what? You get to pay it back for them.
Right. Yep. Hey, that's what we vote into office time after time after time. And even here at the state level, time after time after time, we keep reelecting these clowns.
And also, what can you change? Because you won't vote any change in. Ever. Just imagine how good it could possibly be if you did.
Yeah. Hey, and focus on the local level here. This is just a big slap in the face here. This Harvard loans and these other loans to these other big companies that don't need them. Ruth Chris. I went to a Ruth Chris once. Wasn't all that great. And they want to charge you $100 for a plate. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to make a change because in the primaries, people don't put a new candidate up. Yeah. Then we get to the general, there's no way I can cross the party line to go after the Democratic side or endorse the Democratic side because they have horrible candidates. Sometimes you're in a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, well, we are here, up and down the chain, federal, local, state, all of it.
I do know that the Democrats have 4 senatorial races that they're targeting.
Yep.
One of them is Tom Tillis' seat.
Yep. I think he's going to lose.
They're giving Kyle Cunningham a whole lot of money to start targeting Tillis. And he's been doing it all winter long.
If they take the Senate, folks, we're done.
Yeah, we're more than done. You're talking about total stalemate then. But back to the loans. These guys, well, what was it? The Shake Shack has said they're giving back their $10 million loan, which is what all of them should do. But they won't. Shake Shack will. Ruth's Chris will keep their $20 million. I haven't heard anything to the contrary on that. Have you?
No. Nope. No, they're not going to. No, why would they give it back?
Now they're getting ready to shove another $350 million or so out there. If you want any snowball's chance in hell of getting it, I would apply everywhere you can possibly get an application. Whether it's your bank, and if you have a large bank, they'll let you apply as a token to you, but they're not going to send it through. They're going to send their big clients through. And this money's going to be gobbled up in about 3 days from the time they open it up. It'll be gone.
It's already accounted for. I can tell you right now that there's a stack of applications on various desks in these big banks, etc., and it's all sitting right there. Now, the Congress may come out and say, well, no, you have to give it to this, or you have to give it to a minority, you have to give it to a woman, but all of that is already divvied out, and they've already figured it out.
Well, I'm just saying, if you want a snowball's chance in hell, find those lending institutions that do have an SBA affiliate with, or working relationship with them that can then process your loan and put it forward. Maybe you get it, maybe you don't. We asked, what was it, Friday? We had one caller call in and say he actually got one here in down there in Aberdeen.
Yep. Yeah.
And
I was amazed, but hey, the bank, the bank was proactive with him and processed it and stayed in touch with him and got it done.
Right.
And then we had the other gentleman that said he had applied and he had one
Bank of America.
Yeah, big bank, national bank. Never heard a word from him. Yeah. Not boo. Never. Yeah. Not even they didn't even brush him off. Didn't even contact him.
Well, I got a couple of replies back on one of mine, and that's as far as it went. They said we have everything we need. So, well, I can't even get the stimulus check. I don't know. Thinking beyond that, it's just, I must be crazy.
There's a lot of people who haven't gotten a stimulus check.
Take it you're one of them too.
Well, I've only talked to one that said they got one.
Yeah. And
that's supposed to be the check that everybody's supposed to get.
I mean, somebody says, yeah, I got one, it just gives you a reason to hate them. I'd say that kiddingly. No, I'll root for them and say, hallelujah, somebody got one.
Yeah.
All I've heard is weeks and weeks of talk, and I haven't seen any cash.
That's a fact.
You feel like a redheaded stepchild here. You ever heard that term before?
What?
Neglected like a redheaded stepchild?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was listening to talk radio back, man, it's 40 years ago. And this little old lady called up about a bad experience in a hospital. She says, she said, they didn't look after me at all. She says, I felt like a little redheaded stepchild in there. I just broke out laughing. And it's stuck ever since.
Oh, it's been around forever. I remember hearing that ages ago.
And the old, well, hell, my parents tied a stake around my neck so the dog would play with me. You hear that one?
Yeah, I've heard that one.
All right, let's start things out with livening it up a little bit. And here from the best of the late night boys, the eunuchs from overnight.
I see that Disney brought back its bedtime hotlines to help kids through the pandemic. Yeah, when your kids complain about being stuck inside, Cinderella will reply, I live in an attic and have rats for friends. Can we not right now?
The governor of Georgia is planning to reopen tattoo parlors and bowling alleys this week, which I think that's on their state flag, right?
Los Angeles Mayor Garcetti say he may cancel sporting events until 2021. LA Kings fans say they're fine with that.
Governor Cuomo announced that New Yorkers can now get legally married via video conference. Meanwhile, there's already guests at a FaceTime wedding going, I can't believe they didn't do this on Zoom.
I'm just rolling in the aisles here.
Well, that's about the dumbest thing I've ever heard. There's bowling alleys up north. They're huge. Where's he sitting out in California? Well, what, do they got a bum on the California flag now? Jesus. It's urban.
So got syringe needles.
Yeah, syringe needle and urban outdoorsman. Yeah. As Bortz would say.
Yeah, wish Bortz was still back in it.
Yeah, well, he's having fun, I guess.
It's been weeks since many began working from home. Things are getting a bit more relaxed. Working from the house, that is. In fact, after living for weeks in isolation, a married couple came up with quarantine communication here.
And now today's episode of The Married Couple.
Are you upstairs?
What?
Are you upstairs?
Yeah!
That sounded like you're right down the hall.
No, I'm upstairs. What is it?
I'll just tell you when you come downstairs.
Come downstairs?
Sure.
Yeah? What do you want?
Oh, I think I forgot.
You think?
Join us next time for The Married Couple.
Whole lot of close marriage going on there.
Yeah.
Well, it's time for a big word of the day. The objective of today is to use voluminous words with while pontificating with others, with the intention of impressing those you converse with. The day's origin is clouded by ambiguity, but that doesn't mean it can't be celebrated to the fullest.
April 21st is Big Word Day. Sometimes I use big words I don't fully understand in an effort to make myself sound more photosynthesis.
Okay.
I got nothing.
And a woman posted a video pretending to be an introvert who takes every chance possible to say the COVID-19 quarantine is life as usual for them.
I legally can't go out this Friday. Why would I even want to? I'm an introvert. I guess social distancing would be hard if you hadn't been practicing your whole life like me. Because I'm an introvert. Yeah, I play sport. My favorite? Mind chess. Checkmate. Introverts get their energy from themselves, but extroverts get their energy from other people, like vampires. I feel really sorry for extroverts right now. They must really be struggling. Not like me.
Okay.
An introvert, huh? Okay.
And this guy's play-by-play video of two dogs chasing a cow into a backyard swimming pool has gone viral. It gets even better when the two cowboys show up out of nowhere and lasso the cow when it comes out of the pool. No worries, all the animals were saved. Here's the audio, though.
You got two dogs chasing a cow out in somebody's backyard. Oh, dog bites cow. Oh, cow is in the pool. Oh, my good dog is going in the pool after the cow. They are in the deep end. Oh, dog is biting cow. Cow puts him under the water, dunks him. Dog swimming away. We got dog number 2 on the side of the pool. Dog number 1 is going after cow again. The cow's under the diving board. Oh, he's getting out the pool. He can't get out. He can't get out. They both stuck in the pool. Oh, my goodness, we got a cowboy coming in. Oh, he's got a lasso. Oh, 2 cowboys. Cow trying to get out. He's in the shallow end. Lasso. Oh, he's doing the lasso thing. Oh, my goodness, he got the cow with the lasso. Oh, my goodness, first shot.
Okay.
Hey, you're hired. Play-by-play guy.
Yeah, he's better than Joe Buck.
Place that guy on the other channel is no good.
Yeah, jeez. Yeah, he'd be all right.
Oh, my goodness, those running backs who come in and just got clobbered.
Well, if he could do something with a soccer game, then he would be hired.
Yeah. Try to make that interesting.
Right.
53% of parents in a new survey admit they're using their cars as a way to get away from their kids.
Using the cars as a way to get away.
Yeah, it sounds something like this.
Go, 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 go.
Yep.
I got an interesting stat here. I got to pull it up here. Let's see here. How did crap get on my... Here it is. January 1st through March 30th. That's was the first measurement of coronavirus infection here in America. During that time, 35,016 people got infected. This is, I think, global numbers. Or maybe not. Looks like American numbers. All right, so 35,000 got infected with coronavirus during the same time period, first quarter of this month. 75,000 mothers died during childbirth. 118,000, contracted seasonal flu. 240,000 contracted malaria. 262,000 committed suicide. There were 330,000 traffic accidents. 411,000 HIV/AIDS cases developed. 612,000 alcohol deaths. 1.2 million deaths from smoking. 2 million deaths from cancer. 3 million communicable diseases. And 10 million abortions.
10 million
right.
in the first quarter.
All that up against 35,000 coronavirus infections.
From 1 January to
the first quarter of the year.
31 March. Only 35,000? Was that slow?
Well, it took time for it to spread. Well, that's what it used to be.
All right. Well, without being able to check the numbers, but I know all those other numbers, ring true. But yeah, there's lots of things that can get you. How many HIV cases were there?
HIV cases, 411,000,
411,000 cases of HIV in the first quarter?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that sounds like a huge number. I don't know.
1.2 million in smoking, which is an avoidable disease. 2 million cancer. 10 million abortions.
Yeah, well, the abortions I know are, I don't know. I mean, we gotta get back rolling again. This is killing the economy, killing people, that are, small business and hand to mouth economy here. We got to get rolling again.
All right. The last blockbuster on Earth is, well, the other thing is about those statistics is, it's time to start going back to work. Our idiot governor going, well, I'm going to base my decision on science because you are too stupid to go out without my guidance.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately for him, people have been going out and doing things, and most of the places where you have the largest concentrations of people, grocery stores and Lowe's, and, people are going in and out of them all day.
Yep.
In fact, they're more crowded. Well, like I said, I don't want to pick on a particular store, but when I go out and do a couple things, there's several stores during the weekday that I remember I pass them, and there'll be some people in and out of them, but because there's so many people out of work, schools are closed, etc., a lot of parents are home, I go by those same stores during the week, and they're packed with people.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to go to one particular store, and I drove by, and every space in front of the store was filled. So I just drove on by, and came back, and it was still filled. So, there's more people out and about now, and they're in these smaller concentrated areas than it seems like they normally would be, with the exception of restaurants. And, of course, we have to destroy Christianity, so, we don't want anybody in church, but it's all baloney. I think it's all baloney.
And now it looks like that sunlight kills the coronavirus.
And Democrats, but, so get out and stay, get out and exercise.
The point is, and a lot of protests are starting to happen throughout America. Tomorrow there's supposed to be, or is it today? one in Raleigh.
Really?
I think it's today in Raleigh. Yesterday they had like 8 of them around the world, around the country, and today I know Raleigh's in there. That's having a protest to open North Carolina back up, and we need to. I can see it being a little slower in Raleigh, Durham, Greensboro, and Charlotte.
Well, we'd be better off if Raleigh, particularly the area right around our government center, was walled off and prevented from doing anything in there, and keep the governor in there so he can't do anything either. And, let everybody else get back to work.
But the ones that always advocate for you staying at home, like Fauci and the governor and everything else, waiting for scientific evidence, are getting their check, while the ones of us that need one and want to go back to work can't do it. Nor can, and then when they give some relief, they give it to the big corpse instead of the little guy.
When you read those statistics there yesterday, that just amazed me that the average loan that was given out in North Carolina was $1.5 million.
Yeah.
That just blows me away. And then consider nationwide, it was 250 or whatever you said.
202,000.
200,000 versus 1.5 million in North Carolina. I mean, come on, people. Can't you see it? Our people that we got sitting there in Raleigh and these big banks, and it's just a big schmooze for all their buddies. That's what's going on here.
Yeah, the state will report, we gave away $5.3 billion in loans to 1,000 some odd companies out there. Well, nobody divides it together. And says, that comes out to what per person? $1.5 million. Well, guess what? That means the big, giant corporations with the big relationship with the bank got all the damn money.
And probably the ones that are least in need of that kind of money.
Right.
As opposed to the gentleman down here in Aberdeen that could use a couple of bucks, and any one of a dozen people around the county here that, have small businesses and
other guys look at it and say, that's a $3.5 million. I'll take it.
We are going to see fairly pleasant and windy conditions today. Highs will head into the low to mid-70s, and as our weak cold front moves through, we will see a few spotty showers this afternoon. Dry conditions will be in place this evening and tonight, and our temperatures tomorrow will be cooler in the upper 60s and lower 70s. We're going to start the day with mostly sunny skies, but those clouds are going to increase by the afternoon, and we'll see better rain chances built in by Thursday. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sand Hills, 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM, WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. It's bringing howls of protest from some Democrats. President Trump's plan to temporarily halt immigration given the coronavirus pandemic.
Mr. Trump tweeted, quote, in light of the attack from the invisible enemy, as well as the need to protect the jobs of our great American citizens, I will be signing an executive order to temporarily suspend immigration into the United States. The president offered no details as to what immigration programs might be affected by the order. The pandemic has resulted in almost all visa processing by the State Department, including immigrant visas, being suspended for weeks.
Correspondent Jeremy House, president suggesting it might have been wise for Maryland Governor Larry Hogan to check first with the White House before ordering 500,000 coronavirus test kits from abroad.
Could have saved a lot of money, but that's okay.
To go to South Korea?
No, I don't think he needed to go to South Korea. I think he needed to get a little knowledge would have been helpful.
Barring any surprises, the Senate expected to pass a funding bill today adding money to the depleted small business Paycheck Protection Program.
On Monday, Majority Leader Mitch McConnell seemed to have abandoned his bid for a so-called clean bill, one that would have simply added funds to the PPP, which had been unanimously approved as part of the earlier CARES Act, but was quickly depleted. Democrats rejected the clean bill, demanding a host of new concessions in exchange for the new money, but the White House and Senate Republicans appear ready to comply. McConnell telling colleagues on Monday it's, quote, past time to get this done for the country. Bob Agnew reporting.
A busy day for North Korea watchers amid rumors about the health of dictator Kim Jong-un. There have been unconfirmed reports that Kim is in grave condition following surgery, but the South Korean government says it has detected no unusual activity in the north and that Kim appears to be handling state affairs as usual. Wall Street, Dow futures down 544 points. S&P futures off 50 ahead of this morning's opening bell. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Relief Factor pain relief. It's natural pain relief that works, and pain relief that attacks the source of the pain. That's the experience of tens of thousands of Americans who are taking Relief Factor right now. See their incredible video endorsements at relieffactor.com, and then order your 3-week quick starter pack for just $19.95. That's less than $1 a day. Find out if it can work for you like it works for me by ordering your 3-week quick starter pack today. relieffactor.com. relieffactor.com. Be the next success story.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans and Rocket Mortgage. During these challenging times, our commitment to providing you with the best mortgage experience remains. We understand that hardships may arise, and we're prepared to help. Mortgage rates remain near historic lows. If you think that now is the right time to refinance your mortgage, our home loan experts are available to help 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rocketmortgage.com.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 33.
A young girl in India, she lost her job because of the coronavirus lockdown, has died after walking over 90 miles trying to get back home.
12-year-old Jamlo Makdam had been working on chili farms in the southern state of Telangana along with some relatives and friends. Left jobless due to the lockdown and with no transport available, the group decided to make the journey back to their village on foot. Officials say Jamlo died of exhaustion after 3 days of walking. Millions of internal migrants are stranded in India's cities without work and money. The government has announced a $22 billion aid package for them, but food and relief material is not reaching everyone.
That's a BBC's Yogita Lamai in Mumbai. Volvo and the truck division of Daimler agreeing to set up a joint venture. It will develop and produce fuel cell systems for heavy vehicles. News and analysis, townhall.com. Britain's Parliament going back to work, but it will be anything but business as usual.
Lawmakers were sent home late March as part of a nationwide lockdown to slow the spread of the new coronavirus, with more than 6,500 virus deaths in Britain and criticism growing of the government's response. They're returning, at least virtually, to grapple with the crisis. The virtual Parliament will have its first big test Wednesday. During the weekly Prime Minister's question session, Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab will stand in for Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who's still not fully recovered from COVID-19. House of Commons Speaker Lindsay Hoyle acknowledges the 700-year-old institution is taking a leap into the unknown, but he's urging lawmakers not to travel to Parliament. Charles de Ledesma, London.
And it looks like we'll have a lower open this morning on Wall Street, with Dow futures down 528 points. The S&P futures are off 46 ahead of the opening bell. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What keeps your house toasty warm, cooks your food and heats your water, and gives you a great excuse to hang out in front of your fireplace? Propane gas brought to you by McNeil Oil and Propane of Aberdeen. McNeil Oil and Propane can handle all of your propane or heating oil needs. Call them at 944-2329 and have them come out to fill your own tank, or they can provide you with a new one. When you need propane or heating oil, call McNeil Oil and Propane today at 944-2329. That's 944-2329.
When you're ready for your next painting project, there's only one place to go for high-quality products. JB Short Carpet 1 in Southern Pines carries premium Benjamin Moore paints for any type of project. Benjamin Moore offers unmatched color and durability, so color will last for years to come. And when you shop JB Short Carpet 1 in Southern Pines, you're not just improving your home, you're supporting a local business too. Benjamin Moore, for everything that matters. JB Short Carpet 1, Highway 1 North between Southern Pines and Bass, or on the web at shortcarpet1.com.
Home care service for yourself or a loved one is a serious matter. I'm Bob Bonneville, owner of Griswold Home Care of Pinehurst, and I can help. We refer experienced and well-trained caregivers at a very reasonable cost. We come to your home first to make sure it's right for you, and then refer you to the perfect caregiver, short-term, live-in, or respite care. Call me, Bob Bonneville, at Griswold Home Care, 910-420-2360. That's 910-420-2360. Or go online to griswoldhomecare.com/Pinehurst. We've been keeping the heart at home since 1982.
When you need a plumber to do it all, John Cole's Plumbing is the place to call.
639-4933, 639-4933. You know Big John Cole's a local guy. When you need a pro, he's the one to try. 639-4933. 639-4933. Repair it, replace it, he does it all. John Cole's Plumbing is the one to call. 639-4933.
This is Dr. Terry Ann Sams of Sandhills Weekend Dental. In an effort to support social distancing, we have not been seeing as many patients lately. We have missed being with everyone, but in the meantime, we have given our office a fresh coat of paint and we can't wait for you to see it. For now, we are seeing emergency patients only. Please call our office at 910-687-4423 and eat, kiss, and smile better.
At Sandhills Collision Center in Seven Lakes, we proudly serve all your automotive repair, auto body restoration, and collision repair needs. With our brand new state-of-the-art cheap straightening system and eco-friendly AmeriCure paint booth, you can rest assured that your vehicle, boat, or RV will receive top-notch repair and flawless paint jobs. And for all you aviators, we do aircraft body repair too. Sandhills Collision Repair Center is veteran-owned and offers a 5% discount to our military family. We give free estimate and accept all insurance and self-pay. All our ATECs will provide superior customer service from start to finish because we are committed to quality and prompt expert service. Bring your automobile, boat, or RV by today for a free quote at 135 Village View Drive in Seven Lakes. That's just 2 minutes from the Food Lion on Seven Lakes Drive. Or call us at 910-673-AUTO. That's 673-AUTO. Sandhills Collision Center, because you deserve the best.
The following is a message from the Moore County Veterans Service Office. Many of Moore County's veterans are considered to be high risk during the coronavirus shutdown and may need help accessing non-emergency goods and services. While the Moore County Veterans Service Office is currently closed to the public, our staff is available by phone to provide referrals to community resources that can help with non-emergency issues. Call the Veterans Service Office at 910-947-3257 and leave a message for referrals, information on veterans' disability, and other claims. Please allow 48 hours for messages to be returned.
MCN News. I'm Mike Riley. President Trump says there's no reason states can't go forward with more virus testing, even as governors, both Democrats and Republicans, are complaining they need more federal help. The president saying
hundreds and hundreds of labs are ready, willing, and able. And some of the governors, like as an example, the governor from Maryland didn't really understand the list. He didn't understand too much about what was going on.
At Monday evening's White House Coronavirus Task Force meeting, Task Force Coordinator Dr. Deborah Birx said social distancing must continue because results of the virus tests aren't always reliable.
That's why we're really asking people to start testing in among the first responders and the healthcare workers who may have had the greatest exposure, because that's where the test will be most reliable.
There will be another rally against quarantine later today in downtown Raleigh. It follows another protest held in the capital city last week. Anthony Biller, an attorney representing an anti-quarantine group, tells ABC 11 the economic cost of the state outweighs the public health threat of COVID-19.
If we can have dozens of people together at Costco waiting for Charmin, we shouldn't be able to tolerate people maintaining appropriate social distance and expressing the First Amendment rights.
Mission Health leaders gave an update on how they're handling the coronavirus. It happened during a teleconference Monday. Leaders say Buncombe County social distancing measures are working. Dr. William Hathaway is Chief Medical Officer for Mission Health and tells WLOS News in Asheville.
If you look at some of our health system data, we have only had in our hospitals throughout Western North Carolina a dozen or so cases of proven COVID disease hospitalized, which is really quite remarkable.
There are 6,939 people in 93 North Carolina counties who've tested positive for the coronavirus. At least 211 have died. You're listening to NCN News.
At Farm Credit, we know that food, clothing, and shelter begin with the farmer. And in these challenging times, their work is more important than ever. To support our farmers' efforts this season, we've put measures in place to be responsive, helpful, and keep everyone safe. Accounts can be accessed online with visits by appointment only or by calling your local Farm Credit office for assistance. We're in this together. Visit farmcreditofnc.com to find your local office. Equal housing lender.
Alternative Power knows when your power goes out, even for just a few hours, life is disrupted. But when it goes out for days, life can become unbearable. Control your power, control your life with a new Generac home standby generator. There's never been a better time to install a new Generac generator. Alternative Power provides finance options and a free 10-year warranty. North Carolina's Generac experts. See more at alternativepower.com.
Rayford Farms is doing it again.
We have a chance to get chicken cheap and don't have to worry about trying to fight everybody in the store.
I heard they was having to sell on chicken, and I love me some chicken. I had to come get me some chicken.
Last week, the poultry producers stirred up a frenzy with several direct-to-consumer sales of chicken in bulk throughout the Carolinas and other southern states. House of Rayford's running identical events this morning in Fletcher, Kinston, Rayford, Whiteville, and Nightdale. Coronavirus restrictions have been eased in some European countries, but the death toll continues to rise, too.
Health officials across Europe reporting through interpreters on their progress.
It's the lowest number recorded in intensive care in a month now.
That's former epicenter Italy, but in France.
Tonight, our country has reached a symbolic and particularly painful milestone with more than 20,000 deaths.
Protesters throwing firecrackers at French police they accuse of heavy-handed enforcement of the lockdowns. And even though Germany's relaxing some restrictions, Angela Merkel warning,
we are at the beginning and not out of the woods yet.
Tough lockdowns remain in force in Britain, France, and Spain. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London.
A coastal town in North Carolina is lifting restrictions it imposed on visitors because of the coronavirus outbreak. WITN-TV reports the town of Beaufort in Carteret County has ended its police checkpoint near U.S. Highway 70. South Korea says it has seen no unusual developments in the north and has no information regarding unconfirmed media reports that leader Kim Jong-un is in fragile condition after surgery.
Unconfirmed reports of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's fragile health after heart surgery are surfacing at a time of volatility in U.S. relations in the Korean peninsula as the White House is putting heat on South Korea to pay for more U.S. military troops deployed there. Pamela Falks, CBS News.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
We're tracking a weak cold front to move through our region, and we are going to see a few spotty showers develop as we head into the afternoon. Those will be quick and brief in nature. This afternoon, we'll head to the low to mid-70s, and this evening and tonight will be dry. It'll be windy at times, but those wind speeds will relax later tonight, and tomorrow will be cooler with highs in the upper 60s and lower 70s with mostly sunny skies to start. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
Right now, here in the Sand Hills area, sunny, 54 degrees, humidity 83%, dew point 49, pressure is 2983, winds are southwest at 12, visibility wide open at 10 statute miles. It's 8:14. Let's take a look at your Sand Hills news for this Tuesday morning. Two more county COVID-19 related deaths were reported over the weekend to the Moore County Health Department. The weekend death brings the county's death rate to 6. There are 95 positive cases in Moore County. The Moore County COVID-19 dashboard lists 63 females and 32 males testing positive for the virus. The dashboard lists the first recorded cases on March 18th, with the first death recorded on April 6th. North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services is reporting 6,764 positive cases with 179 deaths statewide as of Monday. Over 70,000 people have recovered from the virus nationwide. Over 600,000 people have recovered worldwide, according to Johns Hopkins. Firefighters in Southern Pines have begun fire hydrant testing. This is completed every spring to meet state requirements. Southern Pines Fire and Rescue said that the testing will evaluate our fire flow, allow the water mains to be flushed to remove silt, and gives us the ability to verify that all hydrants are in working order. Fire crews will be performing the test from 9 a to 5 p. Customers can expect discolored water during these times. However, water clarity should improve as crews move through the area. You should refrain from washing clothes until your water is clear. Some areas in Southern Pines will see flowing water from hydrants to improve water clarity. Low-income families in North Carolina with school-age children will soon get additional food benefits thanks to the federal funds sought by the state government. due to the COVID-19 crisis. The state is among the first 4 states approved to provide help through the pandemic electronic benefit transfer. That's $250 in benefits per child for families whose children are eligible for free and reduced school lunches. The benefits are funded by the federal government and will flow through electronic cards. Program families already are getting the maximum amount of monetary benefits for their household size through April. That's your WEEB local news this morning from the Sand Hill Sentinel. And, of course, you can go online to sandhillsentinel.com for more information. 8:17 now, time for sports. That's next here on 94.7 on Talk 94.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. Not even Tom Brady. He gets a pass from everybody. Roger Goodell, everybody. But the coronavirus lockdown, no way, man. During a Facebook Live session, Tampa Mayor Jane Castor told St. Pete Mayor Rick Keisman that the quarterback was cited for working out in a closed park.
So an individual working out in one of our downtown parks, and she went over to tell him that it was closed and it was Tom Brady. So,
oh, my goodness.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
He has been cited.
The guy's got to work out, right? Well, the former Patriots star now living in Florida after signing a deal with the Tampa Bay Bucks, a rep for the city telling TMZ Brady wasn't formally cited, meaning he didn't get a ticket, but he was booted from the park. Novak Djokovic says he won't take any anti-coronavirus vaccination if it becomes compulsory for tennis players to return to the World Tours. Djokovic, who won the Australian Open on January 7th for his 17th Grand Slam singles title, said in a Facebook Live chat that he wouldn't be forced by someone to take a vaccine in order to be able to travel. The world's top-ranked men's tennis player and his wife have 2 children. They've both spoken previously against vaccinations. Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred has made a move that will allow teams to lay off or cut the pay of major and minor league managers, coaches, trainers, and full-time scouts.
As soon as May 1st, major league teams can lay off or cut the pay of a whole host of non-players. Targeted personnel includes general managers, major and minor league field managers, coaches, trainers, and full-time scouts. All in all, about 9,000 employees. Manfred blamed the potential downsizing on the inability to play games because of the national emergency caused by the pandemic. I'm Bruce Morton.
College sports programs are already being cut, more are likely on the chopping block. The pandemic has triggered fears of an economic meltdown on campuses around the country. This is NCN Sports.
Another big year for North Carolina politics. Republicans and Democrats battling for the state's electoral votes, competing for the governor's mansion, control of the General Assembly, the top job in the state Supreme Court. Carolina Journal covers all the action. Available each month as a free newspaper, every day online at carolinajournal.com. Carolina Journal, your best source for government news that affects you. Visit carolinajournal.com today.
From fuel to battery power, steel has been defining the future of outdoor power equipment for over 90 years. With hard-working trimmers, hedge trimmers, chainsaws, and more, steel products deliver the power professionals need to conquer their workday. And with fleet discounts for qualifying customers, steel delivers savings too. Steel is not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot, always at a local steel dealer. Real steel. Find yours at steeldealers.com. Lowe's and Home Depot are trademarks of their respective companies.
Christian McCaffrey says it never crossed his mind to leave the Carolina Panthers, even with the team in the midst of a rebuild. The All-Pro running back signed a 4-year, $64 million contract extension last week that makes him the NFL's highest-paid running back. McCaffrey's earned the contract extension after becoming only the 3rd player in NFL history to record 1,000 yards rushing and receiving in the same season. Texas and Florida appear ready to allow NASCAR races to resume without fans. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says NASCAR is working with Texas Motor Speedway on a plan. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has spoken to NASCAR executive Lisa France Kennedy, possible availability of the Homestead Miami Speedway track and Daytona. Marcus Smith is CEO of the Speedway Motorsports that owns Charlotte Motor Speedway and the Texas track. Smith said he's eager to work with North Carolina to run the Coca-Cola 600 on Memorial Day weekend. Josh Zach, NCN Sports.
Looking for something delicious for lunch, dinner, or an upcoming event? Then head on over to Jaya's Indian Cuisine Takeout and Food Truck in Southern Pines. Specializing in takeout, catering, and food truck vending, their menu offers classic Northern and Southern Indian appetizers and entrees. Their menu changes daily, so check their Facebook and Instagram page for daily menu and truck locations. They deliver anywhere right now, so you can call them at 910-725-0875. That's 910-725-0875.
Donuts so heavenly you'd think they were made by angels. Southern Angel Donut Company is now open for your heavenly pleasure in Olmsted Village behind the First National Bank. And the angels are up daily at 3 a.m. making donuts the old-fashioned way, preparing holy taste bud delights like the maple bacon donut or their special apple fritters. And hey, Southern Angel Donuts make great business icebreakers because who doesn't like a great donut? Give Southern Angel Donuts a try today. Open 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily.
For more than 100 years, Pines Funerals has been there for Moore County families when they needed us most. We continue to build on tradition of trust by serving all your funeral and memorial needs from any of our convenient locations. Nestled in 15 acres of wooded landscape along Morganton Road, Pine Lawn Memorial Park offers memorial gardens, mausoleums, a chapel, and a beautiful brand new funeral and cremation center slated for completion in 2020. For free, pre-planning information or to schedule a tour, call Pines Funerals at 910-947-2224 or visit pinesfunerals.com today.
Do you promise to love, honor, and cherish, forsaking all others?
I do.
I do.
And now, by the power vested in me, I now pronounce you roommates. Go forth and...
That's not the vow you took. But if struggles with CPAP have you and your spouse sleeping in separate rooms, growing apart, and feeling more like roommates than loving partners, it might be time to look into Inspire. Inspire is the only FDA-approved sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body with just the click of a remote. That's right, just a button. There is no mask or hose and no need to sleep in separate rooms. If you are struggling with CPAP, great sleep awaits at InspireSleep.com. That's InspireSleep.com. Inspire. Sleep apnea innovation. No mask, no hose, just sleep.
Talk to your doctor to see if Inspire is right for you. Review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
Aberdeen Carpet is open, so why not use this time off of work to get your floors done? We're open weekdays 9 to 5 and Saturdays 9 to 4. Aberdeen Carpet on Highway 5 near the Habitat store, online at aberdeencarpet.com or call 944-6204. All our employees are following social distancing mandates. In a time where supporting our local community is crucial, Sandhills Office Supply is committed to doing all we can to assist. As an essential business, we remain open, providing businesses with what they need to keep functioning. Therefore, we are offering free, no-contact delivery to those who are working remotely from home. Whether it's paper clips or office chairs, Sandhills Office Supply is ready to assist. See our full catalog online at sandhillsofficesupply.com, then call 910-692-6631. That's 910-692-6631.
If you're like me, you have to be diligent about watching your weight every single day. Despite how well you watch your weight, the one barrier that's always standing in your way is the belly fat you just can't seem to get rid of. Despite your best efforts, it's always there. Well, now there is a way to get your body to release the fat stored in those belly or thigh fat cells. It's the Ultra Slim Fat Melting Method, a non-invasive, non-surgical body sculpting treatment. This is a light therapy treatment, and the best part is you're guaranteed to lose 2 inches in your waist, hip, or thighs in a 32-minute treatment. I know it works because I've done it. What have you got to lose besides those 2 stubborn inches? Dr. Sharon Wright with Wright Chiropractic in 7 Lakes can give you all the details. Why not set up an appointment by calling her at 673-2225. That's 673-2225 and tell her Steve sent you. And finally say goodbye to your stubborn belly fat.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. Well, I never thought this would happen, but I'm about to take up for Nancy Pelosi. She said she couldn't understand why people are so upset about the stay-at-home order. She said she didn't understand why they would take to the streets and protest. Well, I believe her. I don't think she does see the big deal about staying home. In her TV appearance a couple of days ago, she shows how she handles it. She eats ice cream that costs $13 a pint.
and she keeps it in her $24,000 fridge. Do you know what thousands of people in this nation would do if they had a $24,000 fridge right now, Nancy? They'd sell it. Sell it so they could eat and pay rent. Oh, and speaking of rent, Nancy doesn't have to worry about how to come up with a rental payment on her apartment. Her home in San Francisco is valued at millions. Depends on where you check how much it's worth, and that's just the one in San Francisco, not the one in D.C. or any of the others. So now do you see why I'm taking up for her? Of course she has no idea why anyone would be upset to be out of work and to have to stay at home. And Joe Biden, that idiot, you know what he said about the freezer and the ice cream? He said, "You have great taste." Now, in fairness, he probably can't remember that he said it, but, well, he can empathize, can he? I hope everyone listens to this and pays attention about how the Democrats care about you, how much they don't care about you, actually. Have a good day. From the Zoom Wall Zone.
We are going to see fairly pleasant and windy conditions today. Highs will head into the low to mid-70s, and as our weak cold front moves through, we will see a few spotty showers this afternoon. Dry conditions will be in place this evening and tonight, and our temperatures tomorrow will be cooler in the upper 60s and lower 70s. We're going to start the day with mostly sunny skies, but those clouds are going to increase by the afternoon, and we'll see better rain chances built in by Thursday. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the Leader Man. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
I'm exhausted.
It's been a long week, huh? It's Tuesday.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, people. Welcome to the show. Oh, this show's the best.
Really? Who voted?
Why would someone do a Tuesday radio show?
It'll be fun.
I've had enough fun for one day. Okay, let's begin. It's showtime.
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It is time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Wheeler Adams, along with the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Hey, good morning, Moore County. Good morning, unfortunate Aberdeen, as the failing pilot refers to you. Hey, get outside, take a walk, get over there to Southern Angel Donuts, get a nice apple fritter, get a cup of coffee, sit down, relax when you're done with your exercise. Hey, and, things are starting to look up. We're going to get back to normal here, and my understanding, the cruise lines are going to have some great deals out there. All you need to do is type in the promo code Corona.
Don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on our live video stream. That's up and running right now at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where the link's located. On your mobile device, be sure to use your YouTube app and put Mornings with the Leader Man in there to watch the video. Now, just to get our audio stream, a little different. You need to fire up a streaming app on your portable device, such as TuneIn, iTunes, Streamler. Many other apps work also. Just put WEEB into that search to get the right result to the top. And if you're on our website at talk973.com, upper right-hand corner of every page has an icon that says On the Air Listen Live. Click that once and you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills. Going to be a little bit warm, but not bad. Partly cloudy with a high of 77. Tonight, clear and 46. Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high of 69. That's more like it for me. Wednesday night, a cold front starts to pull through. That'll bring us scattered showers Wednesday night, a low of 52. Thursday, a good dose of rain, good soaker. Look for a high of 67. Wednesday night, more of the same than 62. And then Friday, partly cloudy with isolated showers, high of 76. Right now around the Sandhills, winds are southwest at 12, visibility 10 statute miles. Pressure 2983, dew point 49, humidity 83%. It's sunny and 54 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right, 8:31 past the hour. Let's, this hour, start out with this. Lighten it up this hour. Pubs in the UK, because we've bombarded with coronavirus all day long.
Yeah.
And all night long. Pubs in the UK have been ordered closed through Christmas. Yeah.
That's not going to go over well.
It's overdoing it.
Yeah, they're a little beyond stupid there. That's way.
That's liberal thinking there, boy.
Yeah, I can think of. Oh man, yeah. Wow.
At this point, Las Vegas is planning to reopen Memorial Day weekend.
That late? I thought they'd be back before then. Okay.
Well, they've turned into a liberal state.
Yeah.
A new study claims that dogs can detect a bad person.
Well,
I
of
already
course.
knew that.
Yeah.
As of yesterday, Walmart and Sam's Club employees are required to wear a face mask at work. In case you were wondering, stimulus checks aren't taxable income. The checks are refundable tax credit, so you don't have to report them on your taxes.
Right.
You get to spend all of the $1,200 or whatever you do receive. The New England Patriots have unveiled new uniforms to have a new look in the post-Brady period. A Sacramento, California TV reporter was doing a report from home when the camera accidentally picked up her husband behind her going into the shower naked.
That's great.
Yep, the 10-second delay was not running at the time.
I think there's a little deliberateness there.
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, like we care, have officially cut ties with four major tabloids in the United Kingdom. The Sun, the Daily Mail, the Mirror, and the Express saying, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will not be engaging with your outlet. There will be no corroboration and zero engagement. Like we care.
Yeah, great.
One of the hottest sellers these days, disinfecting shoe mats.
Disinfecting shoe mats.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You heard that places like Ruth Chris Steakhouse and Shake Shack received government loans meant for small businesses.
Yeah.
Shake Shack's returning their $10 million. Ruth Chris Steakhouse is keeping their $20 million.
Right. Yeah, you would expect them to. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, you, the taxpayer, get to pay it back.
Yep.
Not them. President Donald Trump, former lawyer and longtime fixer Michael Cohen, will be released from federal prison to serve the remainder of his sentence in home confinement because of the coronavirus pandemic.
Okay, well, they should, for crying out loud. They're letting murderers out, letting pedophiles out.
Letting Avenatti out.
Yeah. He should have never gone to prison to begin with.
Avenatti?
No, Cohen, the guy we're talking about.
Yeah.
Avenatti.
Railroaded by the liberals.
Right.
Today's impossible question. 46% of parents have made this with their kids while quarantining. Don't be complicated. This is pretty simple.
Have made this.
In the kitchen.
Spaghetti. I don't know.
That's a reasonable guess. Cookies.
Cookies, okay.
79% of consumers are concerned about data security or privacy issues.
A little late for that.
10 years ago, about 1 in 3 adults said using your phone on the toilet was okay. Now it's about 81%.
Okay.
What difference does it make if they can't hear anything? Now they hear all the straining going on, then.
Yeah, okay.
At some point this week, 12% of people will do this to themselves with pizza.
Oh, burn their tongue or the roof of their mouth or whatever.
Can you keep it that hot?
Oh yeah. Well, yes you can. Yes you can. That oil gets on there, man. That stays hot for a long time. Yeah.
In 80% of households with children, mom decides what time this is, this activity.
Activity, go to bed.
That's right.
Yeah.
When trying to find something that's lost, about 30% of us do what after a week?
Forget about it.
Yeah, that's right. 3% of people have ended up in the ER after tripping over this in their home.
The rug.
Laundry basket.
Yeah, okay, laundry. Yeah.
3,000 people. 35% of women say it's a huge turnoff when a guy does this too much.
A huge turn off when he...
No, not that.
I don't know.
Works on his tan too much.
Works on his... Okay, well, all right. Fine.
And 30% of women have, I would think this would be 100%. 30% of women have changed this without telling their partner first.
Changed this without telling her.
About their appearance.
Well, their hair.
Their hairstyle.
Yeah.
I would have thought that they're always going to do it first and say, I hope you like it.
Yeah, and if you're smart, you just wave off.
And they sit down in the hairstylist chair, and the verdict is always, let's cut it shorter. I don't like long hair. Doesn't matter what you think, man. We women have decided we're going to cut it shorter. All right, time for this week's Steve Deep Thoughts.
Uh-oh.
I go back and tax my deep thought memories.
Oh, dear.
The longer this goes on, the harder it's going to be to return to a land where pants and bras are worn.
Could be.
And just like that, have a mask, rubber gloves, duct tape, plastic sheathing, and rope in your trunk is okay.
Yep.
Until further notice, the days of the weeks are now known as this day, that day, other day, someday, yesterday, today, and next day. In other words, you've joined the retirement crowd of not knowing what day it is.
Pretty close. Pretty close.
I see people my age mountain climbing. I feel good getting my foot through my underwear without losing my balance.
One leg at a time.
Yeah. And my last deep thought of the week, you know what's bad is when you're putting your pants on and you shove your foot in there and it kind of gets jammed against the cloth and you're sitting there hopping up and down on one foot trying to get that foot through. And my last deep thought.
You're supposed to take your shoe off first before you do that.
I do. My last deep thought, I don't see why staying at home is so hard. 105 million of you did it on Election Day in 2016. All right, Colonel, it's time to play Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Oh, dear. I don't know. I'm not feeling it this morning.
You're not feeling it.
No. School's out, man. There's no school. Doesn't matter. Which could be a good thing, by the time there's going to be a lot of parents that are going to figure out, hey, I'm better than the Moore County school system, and I'm keeping my kid at home and doing it. And there's a lot of parents, of course, that can't do that. They work and all that, and, I understand that, but there's going to be a certain number of parents that are going to say, after they've looked through all the curriculum and all this garbage that's being taught, and how inefficient it's being taught, or inefficiently, and they're going to say, hey, we're going to do the homeschooling thing, and that'll be a good thing. That'll be a good thing for your kids.
Well, the following question comes from standard fifth grade curriculum in the U.S. Answer 4 out of 5 correctly, or you ain't got the sense of a fifth grader. Number 1, if you're planning a vacation in Acapulco, what country would you be visiting?
Mexico.
Well, let me give the answers first.
Well, come on now. That's not hard.
You're correct. There you go. I got a ding.
I get a ding. All right. Ding, ding, ding.
How many black and white keys are on the piano? 48, 88, or 98?
88. That's the old, yeah.
Lady 88.
Yeah.
What famous American poet wrote the classic poem Paul Revere's Ride? Was it Robert Louis Stevenson, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, or Walt Whitman?
Well, Stevenson wasn't an American poet. So it's Longfellow or Whitman. Longfellow.
Longfellow it is. And who is credited with inventing modern-day writing? The Sumerians, the Egyptians, or the Chinese? Yeah, Chinese,
yeah,
right.
Chicken scratch there.
I got one.
Yeah, and the Egyptians had hieroglyphics, so it must be the Sumerians.
Of course. And lastly, which of the following movies were which of the following moves more slowly over land? This is a tough one.
That would be Steve walking his dog in the afternoon.
With my goofed up knee. Glacier, ice shelf, or iceberg?
Over land.
Over land.
All right, well, the glacier, it's got to be a glacier. The other two don't move over land.
That's right. Ding, ding, ding. All right, you got them all right, Colonel. They're very good.
Yay. See, you had your, if you're teaching your kid here at home, you've just finished up your day's lesson in 5 minutes.
All right, let's move on and do, I guess we'll do morning rim shots next, since that's the next in the queue. Where did ding come from? All right, rim shots. Martin Scorsese's next movie will star Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert F.U. De Niro.
Yeah.
It will take a year to film and 3 years to watch. Georgia is opening theaters and restaurants in the state on Monday.
Yay! Go Georgia. There's somebody.
Yeah, the biggest state that we are. And,
yeah. Thank you, Georgia.
And they can do it.
Yeah.
But they got a Republican governor. Problem is, we have a Democratic governor. I'm going to follow scientific evidence because you're stupid and I have to tell you when you can go out.
Yeah.
Anyway, Georgia's opening up theaters and restaurants in the state on Monday. Georgia residents are anxious to get back to the good old days when the biggest public health danger was eating at a Waffle House.
I don't know. I don't know about the Waffle House. Okay.
Mark Zuckerberg says his employees can work from home this summer due to COVID-19. Facebook employees responded, "Cool. Now we can dress like you." Coronavirus conspiracy theorists say Bill Gates is responsible for the virus, but they also think he has a fantastic-looking hairstyle, so they're clearly insane.
Yeah, no kidding there. Yeah, old Bill Gates needs to go away. You got a pile of money, go sit somewhere and shut up.
After a string of incidents, before you do, let somebody style your hair one time.
No, just go somewhere, shut up, and then we don't have to look at you either.
After a string of incidents, the police department in Maryland is begging an unarmed resident to wear clothes in public. The most shocking part of this story, apparently, Chelsea Handler now lives in Maryland.
Oh, God.
Queen Elizabeth turns 94 today. She'll spend the day just like any other, checking to see if her son Charles has poisoned her food.
Yeah, got to have a food tester.
Girl Scout cookies are now available for home delivery. Sorry, I left out the beginning of the sentence. Attention stoners.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
I said stoners. Thank you. And Louis Vuitton is selling pairs of 6-pound dumbbells for just $2,700. Great, I was looking for some reasonably priced dumbbells, replied Kylie Jenner. And that's your rim shots for today. All right, 8:46 past the hour. Let's get educated right quick and do this.
And now it's time for
Random facts. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, a random fact for today, maybe a spare. It is illegal to get a face, neck, or hand tattoo in Denmark. Sounds like a good law to me.
Yeah.
People are still getting them anyway, but yeah, technically it's illegal. There are only 2 countries in Africa that have never been colonized by a European country. Liberia and Ethiopia.
Ethiopia, yeah. Liberia. Well, Liberia was created, but it wasn't a colony. Okay, all right. Yeah.
Each M&M takes 16 hours to make. The root in root beer is referring to the root of the sassafras tree,
right,
which isn't even used in the modern version of root beer,
right,
since it was banned by the FDA for having potentially dangerous chemical compounds.
Yes.
And Coors wasn't available east of the Mississippi until 1980s.
And I wish they would go back to that.
It was a transportation thing.
Well, refrigeration, transportation.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive to transport chilled water.
Right.
I guess they don't have to chill it till it's chilled the first time, right? Anyway, still transporting water.
Yeah, it wasn't all that great.
And that's your random facts for today. All right, 8:48 past the hour. Let's see here. Okay, we haven't done it in a few days. Okay, Snurdly. Let's see. Let me find it. I guess that's it. All right, let's go get some bad guys this morning.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
What we've got here is failure to mutate.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you
All right, my friends, it's time once again to start across the floor in the style of the Duke, John Wayne, looking all cool and everything. Open up our closet doors, look at all 30 of our Liberty safes, and today we're going to mosey on over to Liberty safe number 17 and open her up for the good Colonel to reach in and grab our weapon of choice this morning.
All right, well, we'll go lightweight today. You got a H&R Harrington and Richardson break frame 22 with 9-round cylinder.
All right.
Get a couple extra shots in there.
We'll throw that into our holster, pin on our badge, grab 5 cans of some whoop ass. Now we're out the door in relentless pursuit of some stupid criminal news. Stupid criminal news number 1, the only one we have this morning. Wow, something good actually came from Florida, reopening the beaches. Literally, one good thing. On Sunday, 2 days after Florida reopened the beaches, the police were patrolling Jacksonville Beach to enforce social distancing rules. And they found a 30-year-old guy named Mario Gotti on the beach. It turns out he's a fugitive who's wanted in Pennsylvania for allegedly shooting and killing a man in January. Not the kind of guy you want on your beach. Well, the police figured out he had a warrant and they arrested him. He should be extradited to Pennsylvania this week. The police tweeted a photo of him being led off the beach in cuffs, wearing an American flag bathing suit.
Yeah, there you go.
That wasn't all that exciting, but that is our one and only stupid criminal news for today. Because during this shut-in, news is slow.
Yeah. Yeah, even the criminals got to stay home. No, they're supposed to stay home.
It's tough to find stories out there. It really is. Let's do some good stories. Some good news stories from the outbreak. A milk maker in Wisconsin put refrigerators outside with 3 gallons of milk for anyone to take.
Yeah.
The owner says his daughter came up with the idea and they refill it every few hours. Because since schools aren't open,
right,
and people are shut in, a lot less milk is being consumed, and they literally are pouring milk down the drain.
Yep.
They milk the cows because they have to, and then pour it right down the drain.
Yep.
Because they have nowhere to send it.
Yes, for all you non-animal husbandry types, the cow must get milked.
Yep.
Whether you drink it or not. So, it's got to go somewhere.
Here's some good instant karma. The owner of a pizza place in Florida gave 2 free slices to a guy who didn't have any money. Then a few minutes later, someone walked in to pick up an order, insisted on overpaying by an extra $1,000. A community in Indianapolis held a big welcome home parade for a guy who beat the virus just months after beating cancer. The guy who invented N95 masks in 1992 has come out of retirement to figure out a better way to sterilize them so they're easier to reuse.
Oh, well, that's good.
And last month, more than 40 factory workers in Pennsylvania decided to quarantine together at work so they could make face mask fabric nonstop around the clock. They just went home to their families after an epic 28-day work shift. Here's a spokesman for all that.
We're truly honored to be able to give back and support people we will never meet in some way. We've almost been the lucky ones, I'll say, for the last 28 days, because I haven't had to stand 6 feet from somebody. I haven't had to put a mask on. First responders, all the people on the front lines, we thank you for what you've done. That's what makes our job easy to do.
And like I said, the community in Indianapolis held a big welcome home parade for the 48-year-old guy who just beat cancer, then got the coronavirus on top of that and beat that. Here's some highlights of the parade.
We need to do something for Paul. We need to give him a ticker tape parade or something that is going to make him feel better and, welcome him back home.
Overwhelming in such a happy way. I know there's a lot of families who aren't getting to have these kind of celebrations.
He's a hard dude there.
Yeah, and the good instant karma story we told you about, the owner of the pizza place in Florida gave 2 free slices to a guy who had no money. Then a few minutes later, someone walked up and picked up an order and gave him a $1,000 tip.
I'm out of food, I'm hungry, so I'm like, just give me a couple of minutes, I'll give you the slices, no problem. How you guys doing? I just want to give you $1,000. And of course, I'm like, what do you mean $1,000? Like, it didn't dawn on me. So you know what, do it for $1,100 because I don't want you to pay for the fees that the credit card companies are going to charge you. I was crying, I'm going to be able to pay my employees.
Yeah, that's good.
And the family that's giving away the free milk, well, the owner says his daughter came up with the idea for that.
Our number one product is milk. We consider that a staple and usually is in most all people's homes. So definitely the need is there.
So we put out the cooler beginning of April and we stock it like every hour basically.
Then to think about people being hungry or being short, the essentials is just as bad.
Yeah. Well, if you've been thinking about getting some workout equipment for your home to get in shape as you socially distance, and you've got way too much money, your moment has arrived. Louis Vuitton rolled out a bunch of new workout equipment that features their famous LV monogram logo all over. We're talking a set of 6-pound dumbbells for $2,700, a $670 jump rope, a $2,720 volleyball.
Now, who's going to buy that? Come on now.
And if you like ping pong, you can get a ping pong set for $2,280. They can order all of them, Colonel, online right now as we speak.
Yeah. Yep, I'll be tuning into that as soon as I get home. That's right.
Let's see here. What are the most romantic meals being cooked right now? Romantic gestures are really at a premium right now, but one thing you can do is cook a gourmet great meal for your significant other. According to a new survey, 86% of people say cooking is a turn-on. And 81% of people in relationships say it really impresses them when their partner cooks for them. The survey also found that the 10 most romantic home-cooked meals are, what would you say they are?
The 10 most romantic
meals you can cook at home.
Romantic. I don't know. Spaghetti.
Not on my list. Steak was number one.
Steak, all right. Well, you know.
Followed by pasta, chicken, pizza, burgers, lobster mac and cheese.
Hamburgers are on the romantic meal list. Come on now.
Soup, tacos, sushi, and risotto.
No, sorry. Half of that list is baloney. And pasta, you know, in that spaghetti. Spaghetti's pasta, isn't it?
I guess. And parents don't have a ton of options for things to do with the kids on the weekends right now, so they're dipping back to an old classic. Apparently, the family see and an extended Zoom-on zone. Until then, be sure to support all the mom-and-pop businesses you hear on our airways because they're your neighbors. They work hard. They make radio free to you. And they deserve to be supported by their community. So give them first crack at your spending dollars and tell them WEEB told you to come. And don't forget, millions of Americans have fought and they have died to give and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. Live today worthy of their and their family sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams and the Leader Man, and Nick and Colt the Dog. We'll all see you at 2 o'clock this afternoon at the dog park.